All right, welcome to the shop. Here we are in Maine in this nice balmy weather, and I'm finishing up this weird little dollhouse for my granddaughter. This is to hold her Tonys. Tonys are these little figurines that you put on top of a little box, and they sing songs. So, see if I can get the chat working. Don't know why my chat is not working. Bear with me, folks. All right, there we go. A little echoey. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. Daniel, how we doing, buddy? All right, is that any better? Less echo, hopefully. Why isn't my phone showing the chat? Live chat right there. There we go. All right. So now we can come sit over here where I can be comfortable. All right. I want to thank everybody for joining this live, and even if you come in after the recording, welcome. This is my shop. This is where I do a lot of woodworking, laser engraving, and 3D printing. So my channel has been kind of all over the place in the past few months. And the biggest reason is, so I love woodworking, but I think that there is an opportunity in the shop to add some more capabilities. So laser engraving, if you make a box, how nice is it if you can laser engrave the top of that box and personalize it for somebody? Or 3D printing. So this little Tony's house, right? I've got one in my pocket, hold on. These little figurines, they're magnetic. I still need to get some washers for them to magnet to, but they're going to sit on the shelves like that. Okay. So I thought, how could I incorporate the laser engraver as well as the 3D printer? So I 3D printed some windows. I'll show you the door in a minute. That's a trick door. And I laser engraved in some chandeliers, some fake wallpaper. I thought that'd be kind of cute. So I laser engraved that in and then filled it with purple. And then here, because I needed a spot for the cord to go through, I cut a hole here, 3D printed a door that just magnets right over the top of that. So using all of these tools, I was able to personalize this the way I wanted to for my granddaughter. Okay, went with open truss, kind of an open beam feel for the top, and this is going to hang on the wall with my favorite hanger, a French cleat. So if you watched any of my videos, you know that I'm really big into French cleats. But so that's the latest project. It's the latest project we've been working on, and like I said, I used all the tools that I had readily available to me. Oh, wife says, hold it up more. Okay. It's got shelves. It'll hold 16 or 17 of the little figurines. These little dealios. Spider-Man. I should put one where he hangs up in the rafters. So I'm going to set that aside while it dries. Set that right over here. Because the other thing that I need to do is get this shop cleaned back up a little bit. I've rearranged it a couple of times in the last couple weeks to see what I really liked and to really maximize, what space I have. So I have my big workbench here, which is also an outfeed for my table saw that you can't quite see, but and then let me show you. We have a finishing area, kind of. So this is kind of it's a laser engraver area. We've got our diode laser and our big CO2 laser. And this is going to be a bench where we can finish projects, paint them, stain them, whatever. It gets us as far away from the sawdust as we can. So this is still an area. It's in progress. We have this shelf here that we can put stuff on to dry. Yeah, so that's that. Then I've made a bunch of videos before on the French cleat tool wall. I have some things to add to that, and I'm going to add some French cleat stuff back here and over by my bandsaw. So the bandsaw is kind of a new addition to the shop. It's a marketplace purchase, but something new to the shop. So got to get some French cleat stuff over there. Switch cameras here. I'd like to get my video switcher a little closer to me so I can not have to move. All right, Daniel, you're done for the day, resting at home. Here to hang out. Good deal. How are those frozen dumpsters working out for you? So for anybody that doesn't know, I own a dumpster company. We're up here in Maine, and they have a tendency to freeze. So some of these people around the country that are getting some of this frigid weather are going to kind of know what I'm up against. All right, we got 4 people in here. I appreciate the 4 people. Trying to grow the channel a little bit, get some subscribers, get some watch hours. But I really want it to be green content, I guess they call it, evergreen, right? So you can kind of watch this live a month from now and still get something from it. It's not just me reading from the chat. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments or in the chat, and I can certainly answer those questions. Other than that, what else have I been doing in the shop? Well, Tractor Supply had a good deal on this thin rubber mat. It's not the big horse stall mats, but it's still a very durable rubber mat that I put down on the floor, and that has, what a difference. My back doesn't hurt, my knees don't hurt, my feet aren't getting cold like they were before. So wintertime up here in Maine, it's hard to get out here in the shop. I've got a little Mr. heater, a little propane heater. It'll get it up into the mid 50s, which, you know, isn't too bad when it's, you know, 10 degrees out. All right. Daniel says, thankfully, it's only ice. Still in the dumpsters and things haven't been sticking as bad. Nice, nice. So I find anything that I can spray into my dumpsters, a little bit of diesel fuel, a little bit of RV antifreeze, you know, whatever I can get in there, really helps to keep them from freezing. And speaking of things freezing, if you're having an issue with your bandsaw, your table saw table, planers, joiners, anything like that, this weather, especially for those people down south, you know, you get the super cold weather, is going to kind of wreak havoc on your tables a little bit. So spray them down with a little WD-40, wipe them off, and that should protect it pretty well if you don't have paste wax. Not everybody has a $500 jug of Johnson's paste wax, so. All right, I'm gonna put some of this stuff away. I've been watching so many different channels going live, and there's so many different ways to really do it. I'm gonna switch this wider camera. There's so many different ways to entertain your people when you're going live, your community. And I just figured, you know what? I'm going to be cleaning the shop up a little bit. Let's go live and see if we can get a conversation started. The other reason I'm going live is because my wife has a live event next weekend, not this upcoming weekend, but the next weekend. And I want to make sure that people can see and hear in her live. We did one live for her that the video was not ideal. Let's just put it that way. I must have had a setting off or something on the camera. I'm not really sure. It, you know, is what it is. So, I saw Boondock Builds. He did a live earlier today. I assume HWC, if you follow him, and of course the Bearded Viking, he will go live, I'm sure, tonight. He's been live every night. He's kind of what the reason I'm going live is sort of because of him, in a roundabout way. So. Clean the shop up a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay, Daniel, are you still here first? All right, Daniel, let me know. Yes, sir. Okay. Hey, I don't know why I have not gotten this out in the mail yet. So somebody had sent you their hat, and you were wearing it during one of your lives. So I'm sending you Thibodeau Services hat. I hope that you like it. I know that you like the Flex Fit. This one's blue. Leather Thibodeau Services logo. And then, that's probably going to get sawdust on it, my bad. We're throwing in a red dumpster business card holder. Doesn't have your name on it, but it is your color. What else we got in here? Oh no. Okay, we'll have to fix that. I was practicing doing some notebooks, so hopefully you can see that. Let me switch cameras. It'll make sense why in a second. All right. So here is a dumpster helper, thin little notebook. And then here's another one that actually has the map of Lafayette laser engraved on it. So we thought that would be a cute addition. Let's see. Then Miss Jessica got you a coffee cup. Not got you, she made you a coffee cup. I know that you don't drink coffee, however, maybe somebody in your family does. Wife, your mother, your father, I know they've helped you out a lot. And then also, because we were supposed to send this out before Christmas, I'm horrible at doing that, is this little 3D printed gift box. In the gift box, if I can get it open. Open up. Well, this thing is stuck. There we go. In the gift box is a dumpster helper keychain, 3D printed, as well as, and I don't know if your wife wears earrings, that is a dumpster helper little tiny earring. So, we were messing around with what kind of, oh, you do tea, good. We were messing around with what kind of promotional products could we offer to our customers. So that was one of the things. Of course, we do hats. But I know I can do a lot more with the laser engraver, so I figured, hey, we could do some notebooks. These are great if you're doing like home shows and stuff like that. You can have your business cards out. You can have a couple of these to give away. They're super cheap. As well as, you know, coffee cups and all that stuff. It's great promotional products. And that's one of the things that we kind of, that we push in our business. So that is that. Hey, I'm glad you like them, Daniel. That's awesome. You drink tea, so now you have a new cup to put tea in. And then the keychain and the earrings were just kind of, you know, I wanted to see if I could make it a keychain, see how it came out, and the earrings. Ooh, and she's throwing them at me. Oh, you want these for the box?
What?
For the box?
Yeah.
Okay, and we're sending you a couple of pens because we've just started getting into doing pens. These, of course, are Thibodeau Services pens, but they write perfect, I swear. Dana, does your wife wear earrings? She's going to lose her mind. That is awesome. That is awesome. I can't wait for you guys to get this box. And like I said, I've had it put together since Christmas, and we keep adding stuff to it, and I need to get it out in the mail. I really do. So, but those are the sorts of things that we do in the shop. We come up with different ways to for people to promote their businesses, different ways for us to promote our business, and we like to try and think outside of the box. Everybody can do, well, everybody can do a hat, you know, whatever, but we try to really put a little extra into it. And so far, you know, it pays off pretty good. So I would like to do more wood stuff, I guess. Some of the wooden stuff that we've done. Of course, a lot of it's hanging on the wall behind me, but my aunt passed away this past year, and I know it's going to be hard to see, but we took a nice piece of cherry and engraved the tree of life and her favorite prayer on there, and gave it to my uncle and three of my cousins, and of course we made ourselves one. I don't want to hang it up in the garage, you know, back here on the wall. So I want to find a place to hang it in the house. But those are the types of things that we like to do with our laser engraver, with our 3D printer, and woodworking. You know, I could make a you know, a 2x4 coffee table, or, you know, whatever, trinkety stuff, boxes or whatever. I make boxes. This is one box that I made. It's got nice box joints on it, and I 3D printed. I don't know if you can see that. Let me switch cameras. I 3D printed French cleat brackets, one for each side, and this box holds 3 or 4 good sized planes, and it has no issues holding the weight. I love incorporating 3D printing into my French cleat system. I have even, where are they? I have even incorporated colors into the sides of them for Milwaukee, DeWalt, and then just some random colors. And we sell those on our Shopify store. We don't have a lot on there, but a little bit. All right, let me check these. Check the chat. We still got 5 people. I'm okay with that. I don't mind it at all. I don't do a ton of lives because sometimes I feel like I'm doing you a disservice if I'm just walking around my shop cleaning up and not giving you some kind of content. So, and let's talk about content for a minute. I think this is a very young channel. Well, I say young. I've had it for a couple of years. We just hit 1,400 subscribers. And my biggest issue is, you know, I'll watch the vidIQ videos and and all the people talking about what you need to do for your channel. You have to pick a niche, you have to niche down, you have to niche this, that, whatever. I'm a maker. My wife and I are makers. We make things, whether that's 3D printing them, whether it's using a laser engraver, a Cricut to do vinyl and sublimation. Maybe I'm out here woodworking. So we we try to incorporate as many of those tools as we can in each project. Whether that's making a serving tray, 3D printing the feet for it, maybe laser engraving the inside. We've even done some sublimation on wood boxes to give it a little flair. So, um, yeah, I kind of attribute people that are trying to find their niche. It's like when, if you were to pitch, look at TV or Netflix, okay? You have pilot programs. You have pilot shows that come on, maybe one episode, maybe they run 3 episodes to see what the reaction's going to be. If it's not good, they dump it and they go to something else. So those actors, those screenwriters, those whatever, they pick something, it doesn't stick, they go on to something else. Well, I've kind of found that my channel has been doing the same thing. I picked up a lot of views on my 3D printing videos, and I would love to say, yeah, I'm 3D printing dragons and selling them online, and I make $1 million, and here's my huge print farm. We have 3 printers, all with AMSs, all Bamboo Labs, and we use them for crafting. My wife makes tons of 3D printed stuff. I make a lot of wood stuff, but like I said, we try to incorporate those 3D printed items or laser engraved items into what we're making. So I guess my channel is not really a woodworking channel as much as it is just a maker channel. What are we going to make today? What are we going to fix today? Sometimes I'm just working around the house and fixing stuff, and I think that I need to really be recording that and making some good videos. My best video on this channel was replacing a boob light. If you don't know what a boob light is, it's just a round light fixture with a knob in the middle of it, and it kind of looks like a boob. Well, I did a video changing that out for a flush mount LED light, and that thing is like 70,000 views or something like that. I don't know, it's my best video yet. So Daniel says I watched your autoimmune video earlier today. Yeah, I guess that the reason that I get into YouTube was because I was watching a ton of YouTube when I was going through cancer treatment. And I get out of that, and I had probably the best cancer to treat, easily treatable. Just took a long time. Easily treatable. Didn't lose my hair and all that stuff. And when I got out of that, I said, man, I made it. I'm good. And then life kind of threw me a curveball and gave me an autoimmune disease that's not curable. It's manageable though. So it's kind of like MS. People have MS all around the world. And I don't know, I don't let it define me. But when I was going through cancer treatment and I was watching all the videos, I was like, I think I could do this. There's some good personalities on YouTube, and I really think that I could probably do this. My wife says, well, can't lose what's already gone. He he he. Talk about my hair. I might be a little bald right in around this area under my hat. That might be why I wear a hat all the time. But yeah, that's kind of why I started YouTube. And um, I'm retired military, so I kind of have a lot of time on my hands. And yeah, it's fun. It takes a long time. If you're going to build a cutting board, let's say, and it takes normally 10 hours or whatever, I don't know, 4 hours. Plan on it taking 8 hours because you have to move cameras, you have to hide your mistakes. Sometimes you got to do retakes and whatever. And I'm not the best at posting consistently because I'll put a video together. I've done a bunch of them, and where I think I had some wicked slick camera movements and transitions, and I don't know. I watched the footage back, and I'm like, nah, that's not good enough for YouTube. I don't want that video to represent me. But I probably should have done it because I would be a lot further ahead right now, for sure. All right, 6 people watching. Where are we all from? Anybody seeing snow in any kind of weird places? We just got maybe 2, 3 days ago. We got our first snowfall that was over, say, 3 inches. So we got 5 to 8, I think is what they called for. I don't know exactly what we ended up with, but I will tell you the temperatures after that snow dropped. Wife had an appointment this morning, and she said it was negative like 16 or something like that in the car when she was leaving at 7 o'clock this morning. That's freaking cold. I don't care who you are. Oh, we're down to 4 people. But that's all right. So, what do we got coming up in the shop? Nothing. I have no projects planned. I may build a box or something. I don't know. I got to build stuff for the grandkids. So, once I get done with this little Tony house, then I should be able to come up with another project and see what we're going to build next. Hopefully, I can come up with something good that I could do a video on that hasn't been overdone already. I don't like doing videos that are like, yeah. Like I did a video on this. Um, oh, that's good. I'll get to that in a second. So I did a video on this outfeed table. There's a channel called John Builds It. He built this outfeed table the perfect time. I was looking for an outfeed table. It had everything I wanted. It was the exact size I wanted, everything. So what I did was purchased his plans, and I gave him full credit for the design and everything. And I built this on the video. So he did a router table. I'm thinking about doing that, buying his plans for that, and doing a router table. And then Matthew Peach just did a concealed thing coat rack, and I think that we're gonna probably do one of those. I have a whole bunch of walnut. I have some cherry. I have some maple. I think that we could do a really nice coat rack with a concealed thing for some pew pews. So I definitely like to do that, but once again, that's if I do that, I'm not trying to compete with his video. I'll probably actually buy his plans and make a video. And in the video, I'll be like, hey, I bought Matthew Peach's plans. Let's see if it's as easy as he makes it seem. And can we do it with common tools? So I always like to give that shout out to other creators. that put a lot of time into thinking things out, making the video, making the plans, and selling the plans. So for a few bucks, I mean, you can't beat it. So coat rack, yeah, that's definitely next. I was going to use some walnut or cherry in my kitchen. I have this little kind of bar area that goes around the sink. So I was thinking of maybe doing that too. It's not really a video worth of content, but I don't know. Oh, see, the wife is just, I don't, why did I even send her the link for this live video? I'm like, yeah, I got nothing to build. And she's like, yeah, here's the list, buddy. So coat rack, a tabletop, uh, which we've talked about a tabletop. She got this really long, skinny table that it's been in her family for like 100 years. I don't know, a long time. Let's put it that way. 60 years, 70 years maybe. And the top has kind of got a little bit of rot. I think somebody had it outside at one point. Um, so she wants me to build a new top for that. And I'm really nervous to do it because I want to do the piece of furniture justice. It has huge, big, thick legs. Um, it's 47 years old, is what she's telling me. So, um, yeah, I need to figure out what kind of wood to do that with. I definitely want some 8 quarter, something good and thick. Um, and around here, it's easy to get, just expensive. So, yeah, that will definitely be a project coming up. I need to get the wings on my new DeWalt planer too, the in-feed and out-feed tables. If you have an old planer and you're having problems with snipe, I did a short maybe on how to get rid of planer snipe. I still use it even with my new planer that doesn't get planer snipe, but I add extra pieces um, that are a little long to help with that planer snipe. So, what are we at? We're about 39 minutes. Got 6 people on here. I appreciate everybody that tunes into this, and I appreciate everybody that watches it on the replay. I did a test live last week, I guess 9 days ago, and it was literally only for a couple of minutes. Um, I had accidentally put it as public instead of private, and I went back and watched it, see how it looked and whatever, and it had 34 views. And I'm pretty sure it was private, but yeah, so that piece there will be ready to deliver to my granddaughter, my first granddaughter, um, after I glue in the washers for the magnets to sit in. These little thing had magnets. Uh, have little magnets. Just my card scraper. So at first I was going to put magnets and glue those in, but why not just put some washers in there? I drilled down into each piece. These will set right on there. So that's that, and then I could deliver that hopefully tomorrow. I got to put the French cleat on the back. I'm going to do a 3/4 cleat, but it's going to be a pretty small one, I think. I think I'm going to take this piece right here, cut it down so it'll be 1.5 inch cleat, maybe. We'll go 6 to 8 inches long. That will be plenty to hold that on the wall. French cleats are extremely strong. You would be surprised what I have had Um, I have 2 routers. I have planes. I have everything on 3D printed French cleat. So very strong, very versatile, and they're great in the house. You can use them for hanging up kitchen cabinets or something like this that I definitely do not want to fall off the wall. With my granddaughter, obviously, I don't want it to fall off the wall, so it won't. All right, we're about 45 minutes in. This is once again just kind of a test live to make sure that my wife's is going to go fine next weekend. She does half-hour lives with a friend of hers from Texas that kind of runs an online store, and she got a bunch of creators, a bunch of makers together, and once every month or every 6 weeks or so, they'll put together a live where each one will have 30 minutes to go live, pitch their new products, and kind of what's coming out next, and whatever, and allow people to order those. Um, so that's kind of what she's doing next weekend. So Lone Wolf 351, forklift mechanic in Cincinnati. Hey, I will definitely keep up this channel. I am a diesel mechanic, kind of by trade. I'm retired military, but diesel mechanics is kind of my thing. And it was kind of a sad day. Last October, I had to haul my toolbox home. I've done a toolbox tour. Check that video out. It's it's my pride and joy. I don't really get to use it anymore, so I don't know. I try to keep the wife's fingers out of it. She wants to grab a screwdriver and haul it off upstairs somewhere, and I'll lose it forever. So we try to stay out of the toolbox. But yep. So we're about 45 minutes in. I think if I can't think of anything else to ramble about, so I need to come up with a project. I'll do another live. I may come out with. Leave a comment down below. What's the best time for a live that you guys can think of? If I'm getting a lot of retired folks that are watching my channel, then I'm sure late mornings, right before nap time. I don't know. Um, the wife says it's bullshit that I lock up my toolbox on her. Yeah, but when you're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of tools, yeah. You know where the 10 mil went? A wife stole it. And then coworkers stole it from that guy. So that there's only one 10 millimeter socket that's ever been missing, and it was stolen by a wife. I'll guarantee it. But um, yeah, so what's a good time? When would you watch a live of a guy building something, bullshitting? I used to do lives on my other channel where I'd sit down and have a bourbon and Coke and just kind of bullshit with people. Um, Talk about business and stuff like that. That was my other channel, and to me that was fun. This one is more. This niche is. I don't know. People are looking for how to do stuff, and it's hard to do a live and be like, this is how you do this or that. You can't do how to's. So I may just, I don't know, once a week, clean my shop, throw the camera on, go live, and talk about my week and what I've been doing in the shop and maybe what's coming up next week, and call that good enough. Um, but I do like going live. I like doing YouTube. It's fun. It's just another hobby. It's just another maker hobby, making videos instead of making cutting boards or making 3D printed stuff. So, But I appreciate everybody that chimed in on the chat. Daniel, I'll get your box in the mail soon. I hope. um, and I appreciate everybody tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.